Yes, good evening, class. I welcome you to our revision segment of September examination preparatory paper that was written on the 3rd of September 2024. As you all know that we are just going to do intensive revision and ensure that we are going to get the A+ distinctions that we have been working for since ever. So in this paper, we are going to do paper 1, Life Sciences. Thank you very much for tuning on. Just don't forget to subscribe and like the page, recommend a friend, connect a friend, and let's share the information so therefore we can all get distinctions. Without wasting any time, I just want us to go through to the paper, the instructions and stuff. I'm sure you know. I just showed you that this is examination, preparatory examination, grade 12 life sciences, September 2024. So let us just quickly go to our questions. The instructions, I'm sure that you know this. As you are going to go for examinations, please take note that these instructions, you master them and you must read them anyway. Just read each paper as you write it, understand the instructions. You answer all questions. You write all answers in the answer book. You start the answers of each question at top of a new page. So please take note this one. We are saying question 1, it is going wherever it ends. So you can see that question 1, it goes 1.1.1, 1.1.2, up to wherever it is supposed to end. And then you see, for example, it ends at 1.5.3. So when you are going to start question 2, you start on a new page. When you start answers for question 2, question 3, question whatever, you start on a new page. You please take note of that. Number the answers correctly according to the numbering system that are used in the paper. Please take note of that again. The numbering systems used in the paper are quite important. Present your answers according to the instructions of each question. That is also very technical. Each question may give its own instruction. Please take note of those instructions per question. Make all drawings in pencil and label them in blue or black. It is quite very clear when you are doing drawings. Please ensure that you use a pencil and then you, of course, do every drawings in pencil and then you use blue or black ink. Diagrams, tables, or flowcharts may only when asked to do so. That's when you are asked to do that. That's when you can use diagrams. So please put your answers in words. You don't use diagrams. You only use them when you are asked to do so. When you are asked to do so, that's when you do them. The diagrams in the paper are not necessarily drawn to scale. That means to say there is no scale used in the diagram. Do not use graph papers in terms of maybe there might be some graphs or whatever that you need to draw. You are supposed to draw on the answer book or within the answer book that you are given. You must use non-programmable calculators and write neatly and legibly. Those are the instructions. Please take note of them and don't make mistakes as we go for our national final exams. Let's quickly go to our questions. As you can see, section A, we are just quickly going to answer section A. Is saying various options are provided as possible answers to the following questions. Use the answer and write only the letter A to D next to the question number. That is 1.1.1 to 1.1.10 in the answer book. For example, as is given here, this is how you write your what? This is how you number your questions, your answers in your answer book. Answer them, number them as like in this case. So we have got the first question. Without wasting our time, let's quickly answer the questions. The part of the brain that is responsible for interpreting smell and taste. What is the part of the brain that is responsible for interpreting smell and taste? Please note that we have done the human brain. The human brain, we have done that. So we are saying that part of the brain that is responsible for interpreting smell and taste, it is the cerebrum. Please note that it is the cerebrum. It is the cerebrum. In this case, since we are doing revision, I don't want to waste your data and time. I'm going to quickly just go answer the questions as they are, and then we go to next items that would follow. The site of fertilization in the female reproductive system. I'm sure that you know that when you talk about fertilization, where does it occur in in the female reproductive system? It always occurs in the what? It occurs in the fallopian tubes. Fallopian tubes is the site of fertilization in human in the female reproductive system. I'm sure if we can go into the functions of all of these, we can understand to say a mature egg is released from the ovaries, and then it stays in the what? In the fallopian tubes or in the oviduct, where it awaits for what? For fertilization. So please take note of that. Next question, which one represents the pathway of an impulse? We are saying in terms of the human nervous system. In terms of the human nervous system, how does the neuron pathway, or how does the impulses move? So please note that this is a question also from human response to the environment, also for you to understand, to say you need to understand the neuron pathway, the impulses movement. So in any case, we are saying the answer, it should start our correct answer. Whenever we start with the receptor, we say that the receptor is fine. We start with the receptor, the sensory neuron, the interneuron, and the motor neuron. We put that one as to say we have got our possible answers can only between A and C. But however, on C, we are saying receptor, sensory neuron, motor neuron, and then interneuron. So please understand that the correct answer is what? Is A. Our correct answer in this case is what? Is A. A is the correct answer. Our neurons, we have got the sensory neuron as to say 1. We have got our interneuron, which is the connector neuron, and then lastly we have got what? We have got the motor neuron, which we can say that if we can want to go further, we can say that we can have what? We can have the effector. But however, this answer D, it is wrong, because we have got the what? We have got the interneuron on the 3rd position, which is wrong. We have got a receptor, sensory neuron, motor neuron, and then interneuron. Interneuron can never be the last. I'm sure that you know. So what we are saying is that the interneuron is the connector neuron, and then the motor neuron is the last neuron in terms of the neuron pathway or network. So we are saying the answer is what? Receptor, sensory, inter, and motor neuron. And then the next question. The list below gives the protective components of the central nervous system. The protective components of the central nervous system. So what we are saying is that this is our central nervous system. So the question is saying we have got the meninges, we have got the cerebrospinal fluid, we have got the cranium, we do have the vertebral column, and then the question is saying which of the following combination applies to the protection of the brain? You know, what you are saying is just the protection of the brain. Which of these listed above applies to the protection of the brain? So we should have 1, we have got the meninges. It's 1, it's correct. It is responsible for protection of the brain. We have got we are saying we have got the meninges, we have got the cerebrospinal fluid. It is also there. The cerebrospinal fluid should be there. We have got the cranium should be there, but the vertebral column, I'm sure that you understand, is for what? Is the protection of the spinal cord. So what we are saying is our answer that must be correct should be where we have got 1, 2, and 3, which is letter D. D is the correct answer. We are saying D is the correct answer in terms of the protection of the what? Of the central nervous system, specifically the brain. Brains are protected by the meninges, the cerebrospinal fluid, the cranium. Basically, those they are for the brain protection. They are for brain protection. These ones. So That's what is happening. That's what you need to understand. And then the next question, it gives us it's based on the diagram of a neuron again. We are given the structure of the neuron, which I'm sure that we have quite a lot of times looked at it. And then in the previous presentations, I did explain uh, these types of neurons and their structure, what is the function of each of them. So the diagram represents what type of a neuron is represented in this question. What is the what type of neuron is represented there? I'm saying in our previous lecture, or in the previous presentation, I did identify the various types of neurons, and then I drew them in their representation. So in this case, we are saying, what is this type of a neuron? We are saying, I mean, you need to understand this is a what? A motor neuron. A motor neuron is what you can see here. This is a motor neuron that is given in this question. For the interest of time again, I'm saying refer to our previous lesson where I did explain these types of neurons and their functions. So I'm saying, as you look on this, the diagram here, it is just representing a motor neuron, as you can see. And then the next question, the correct label for both A and B are dash. What is the correct label for both A and B? So when you look here, what is A? We are saying A. The question wants you to answer this question based on this A, and then what is B? So in questions such as this, sometimes you might be confused that you don't know what is happening. So in most cases, I always want to give you guys a tip, students. I want to give you a tip to say, when you look into this question, where you are given multiple choice questions where there are two answers to consider, at least if you know one of them, you can be able to get the answer right. So you can say B is the axon, and then if you look at A, this is the dendrites. So what I'm saying is, sometimes you might not know the answers as they are, but what you need to do is at least know one of the parts, such that you can be able to choose or to get the correct answer from the options that are given. So we are saying A is dendrites, which is correct in this case. We said A is the dendrites and B is the axon. So our correct answer is what? Is A. Our correct answer is what? Is A in this case. So please note, I'm saying this is it. A is the dendrites and B is the axon, which we are saying also is the extension of the neuron from the what? From the cell body to the what? To the synaptic knobs. If you look onto the what? Onto the axon. So please again refer to the previous presentations and lectures that I've posted on this topic. You can as well get enough information on this. Our next question is saying, high levels of progesterone in female. High levels of progesterone in females. In female, what does it do? What does the level or the high levels of progesterone in female do? So in this case, please note that we are saying, what is the high levels of progesterone doing there? So we are saying it stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete more follicle stimulating hormone. We don't have that in regard to that to say it stimulates the secretion of we cannot say that it stimulates the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone again. It does not stick. We are saying if progesterone is more, it means we cannot have follicles maturing. Also, this one refer that there is a negative feedback relationship between this one and progesterone. There is a negative relationship that exists between the two. So if progesterone is high, therefore we cannot have what? We can also say that there should also be less of what? There should be less of follicle stimulating hormone. So what is happening is it stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete less follicle stimulating hormone, which is correct, inhibit the pituitary gland from secreting more estrogen, not really stimulate the pituitary gland to secrete less estrogen. So the answer is what? Is B. It is B. It actually high levels of progesterone stimulate the pituitary gland to secrete less of follicle stimulating hormone, because there might be possibilities of pregnancy, which if ever there is pregnancy, there are no follicles that must mature. Please understand and get it right again. Understand and get it right. Next question. The pupil of human eye is covered by the dash. What covers the pupil on the human eye? What covers the pupil on the human eye? You see, what we are saying is that what if you look, this is the structure of human eye. Structure of human eye. I did also posted it. Structure of human. Please also refer to the notes for further explanations. But what you need to understand is most times we cannot write a question paper or paper one where there is no structure, where we don't have these receptor organs, the eye, the ear. You need to understand that they can always be there, or else the human skin can as well be there. So please take note. You cannot go to exam not knowing the structure of human eye. So number 8, we are saying the pupil of the human eye is protected by what? It is protected by, one, we are saying the retina cannot protect it. This is wrong. The retina cannot protect it. We are saying it cannot be the conjunctiva and the sclera. It is also not correct. If you remember the sclera, what is it? The conjunctiva, the cornea. We are saying number 8, the conjunctiva, the cornea is correct. So in this case, we are saying this can protect the human, the pupil of the human eye is covered by the cornea, it is covered by the conjunctiva, but we need a combination where both are appearing. So which is what? Which is C. Number 8, which is C. Our answer, which is C, the conjunctiva and then the cornea. It protects or it covers the pupil of the human eye. Number 9, which hormone is responsible for female secondary characteristics development? I have also a nice representation. Please check on human reproduction. Check on the notes or the notes and post on our channel about human reproduction. On this topic, what happened is that I did also explain the hormonal control in terms of the menstrual cycle. I did also posted the structures and tried to go deep into the dissection and explanations of the human reproduction. Actually, what I'm saying is this: you need to understand the hormones, how they work and regulate what you call various processes of the body in terms of the human reproduction. So which hormone is responsible for female secondary characteristics development? I'm sure that you should know that this one is responsible for what? For ovulation. Is responsible for ovulation. We are saying estrogen, it is responsible for secondary characteristics development, which is number B, which is B in terms of that. Progesterone, testosterone, we are saying which hormone is responsible for. In this case, we are talking about what? Check again. The question is about female. Hence, it is estrogen. It is estrogen which is responsible for secondary characteristics development. Progesterone is for what? Maintenance of pregnancy. I'm sure that the endometrium lining is maintained because of the amount of progesterone, and then testosterone, we can talk about it in terms of what? Male reproduction. Which of the following is correct regarding the events when fertilization did not occur? This also needs to be understood in terms of the female reproduction, the hormonal control, and as well as the basic structures or the basic processes that occurs there. Number 10. Which of the following is correct regarding the events when fertilization did not occur? When fertilization did not occur, what must happen? We are saying if fertilization is correct, we are saying the question wants us to look at what is correct when fertilization did not occur. So what we are saying is which one is correct? Which one is correct? A, we are saying the corpus luteum degenerate, the progesterone level increases. This, you cannot talk about progesterone level increasing, rather it decreases. It decreases when progesterone when the fertilization did not occur, the level of progesterone decreases. And then menstruation must also occur. Menstruation must occur. It must take place. If fertilization did not occur. If fertilization did not occur, menstruation must take place. So what we are saying is that the corpus luteum, it degenerates, which is because this is the site or the specific place where progesterone is produced. So it degenerates because it cannot continue to what? It cannot continue to produce, what? It degenerates. This one must what? It must degenerate. The corpus luteum must degenerate class. So please understand to say we have got this, which is saying degenerate, it decreases progesterone, and then we say again that menstruation also occurs. So please note that the answer is what? Is C. The answer is C. On question number 10. So I'm sure that you can see what I'm saying. Please refer to our previous notes, previous lectures on regard to these reproduction questions. They are quite interesting, and I don't expect you to lose any marks there. Get all the marks right. Question 1.2, give the correct biological term. Please understand to say this is not a phrase, this is not a statement. It must be biological terms which are for each of the descriptions. Write only the term next to the question numbers. As you can see, we said follow the instructions. Follow the instructions. Question numbers, write only the term. You only write the term next to the question number. For example, I can say question 1.2.1. What is the answer? I'm just illustrating for the sake of what making you guys understand what I'm saying. The disease is characterized by degeneration of brain tissue leading to memory loss. What is this? What are these diseases? What type of disease is this one? I'm sure you know that we have got quite a lot of various diseases that we can talk about, the central nervous system diseases and stuff. So the disease that is characterized by degeneration of brain tissue leading to memory loss, I'm sure that if you can remember very well, we have got the Alzheimer's disease. We have got the Alzheimer disease. So I'm saying here it's 1.1.2. So you must write your answer like that. Alzheimer disease, and then you get your what? Your 2 marks there. So please understand, I'm saying we have got also another disease which is multiple sclerosis. I'm sure that we have heard, but the difference is that it is they dry, and then we talk about the scars that will be also be found with the on the neurons, where it is because of these scars affecting the neuron, which is the axon. So what I'm saying is that please understand to say this disease, which has to do with the degeneration of brain cells leading to memory loss, it is the Alzheimer's disease. And then the visual defect caused by irregular caused by an irregularly shaped cornea. I'm sure that we also refer to our class presentation. What is the visual defect? We have got quite a lot of different visual defects, but we are saying caused by irregularly shaped cornea. The cornea is not shaped well, which we are saying, what is that disease? Which is called astigmatism, which is called astigmatism. Astigmatism is the disease that, or it's a visual defect actually, that is caused by irregular shaped cornea. I'm sure that we can also agree as a class in that regard. A small device used to treat mid-to-ear infection. Mid-to-ear infection, mid-to-ear infection. I'm sure that when you talk about hearing problems and stuff, we can agree also as a class that we have what is called grommets, which is also used in terms of what, which is used in terms of uh, correcting problems that are arising as a result of infection, which we say that it's a device that is inserted into the ear, into the middle ear, which helps in terms of what, hearing defects that we are talking about. 1.2.4, the root that consists of sensory, the root that consists of sensory neurons. We are saying it consists of sensory neuron in the spinal cord. What is it that consists of sensory neuron in the spinal cord? In the spinal cord, please understand the structure of the spinal cord. Previously, we did the brain, but we have got what is called the dorsal root. We have got what is called the dorsal root. We are saying it consists of sensory neurons. We are saying it consists of the sensory neurons in the spinal cord, the dorsal root. We have got the dorsal root, which consists of the sensory neurons in the spinal cord. Rapid involuntary response to a stimulus. What is it called? What is it called? We are saying a stimulus, the rapid involuntary response to a stimulus. What is it called? That I want you to understand that we talked about what? The simple reflex act and the simple reflex action. Please don't confuse them. The rapid involuntary response to a stimulus, it is what? It is called the what? The reflex action. The reflex action. Number 3, it is called reflex what action? Reflex action is the rapid involuntary response to a stimulus, the human response to the environment. So what happens is that you are just walking and then you step on a sharp object. The contraction of the leg muscles in order to cause the effector muscles or the effector organs to pull the leg from that sharp object. We are saying that is a rapid involuntary response. You are just seated and something lands on your skin. When you respond to that something that is touching you or that is landing on your skin, we call that reflex action. And then please understand that the egg is the neuron pathway. When we are talking about the egg, we are talking about the pathway, which we are talking about from the what? From the receptor to the what? To the effector organs. That is the what? The reflex egg. The type of development in birds where the young are not able to move independently and feed themselves after hatching. We are talking about what? Reproduction in invertebrates. Can you also refer to our previous class post and lessons? We are saying we have got 2 types of development: the artificial development and also the what? The precocial. So the artificial development, it is a development in birds. It is where the young ones are not able to what? Are not able to move independently. They are not able to move independently. They cannot feed themselves, and then they are also not clothed. They are also dependent on their mothers. So it is called what? It is, understand that it is called artificial development. It is called artificial development. So in maybe next time you might find the same question where you will be asked to say give the characteristics of artificial development. So what I'm saying is, get it right, that artificial development, it is a reproductive situation or a development process where the young ones are born dependent on their mothers. They are not able to feed themselves. They are not able to clothe themselves. They feel cold. They don't have feathers. They cannot walk. They cannot even be able to defend themselves from whatever that is happening, either running away or whatsoever. So they can even die if they are left there without being attended. And then the hormone that stimulates the production of milk, the hormone that is responsible for production of milk, number 7, it is what? It is prolactin hormone. It is prolactin hormone that is responsible for production of milk. It is secreted, so therefore for all the mammals, they can be able to produce milk that can be produced to feed the young ones. Number 8, the part of the brain that connects the left and the right hemispheres of the brain, what is it called? I'm sure that this you can also refer to our previous notes, structure, human brain. Look on this class. We are saying that part of the brain that connects the left and the right, that connects the right and the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. We said it's called what? Corpus callosum. It's called corpus callosum. Let me just write nicely. My handwriting, excuse. It is called corpus callosum. Corpus callosum. So we are saying it connects the two hemispheres of the brain. It connects the two hemispheres of the brain. The structural unit of the nervous system. The structural unit of the nervous system. What is it? The structural unit of the nervous system is called the neuron. It is the neuron class. The structural unit of the nervous system is the neuron. It is the one that actually connects, and that is the one that builds the nervous system. So the structural unit of the nervous system is called what? It's called a neuron. Let's just quickly go to the next question. Look at the instructions again per question. This indicates whether each of the following, indicate each of the description in column A applies to A only or B only, both A or B or none of the items in column 2. Write A or B, write A only, B only, both or none next to the question number. Again, we are saying you are supposed to follow the instruction. Write only the letters, the answers next to the what? Next to the question numbers. So please, you don't put options, but you must write the answer as it is. I can as well give as an example 1.3.1. What is the answer? Affected by a specific hormone. What is affected by a specific hormone? We are saying, does it apply to A and B or B only or none? It is affected by a specific hormone. What is it? Target organ, it is affected by a specific hormone. Target organ, it is affected by a specific hormone. And then we are saying kidney, it is also affected by a specific hormone. So our answer is what? Both A and B. Both A and B, both A and B in terms of question 1.1.3, both A and B, and then responsible for reflection of light. What is responsible for reflection of light? Reflection, we are talking about what? Bending of the light rays, that is reflection. What is responsible for bending of light rays? In terms of this, you need to understand that it depends also with the amount of light that is entering the eye. It also depends on any other factors, but what we are saying is refraction is the bending of light rays in order to ensure that the retina, or in order to ensure that the image is well is well captured. So which one is responsible for that? We have got the iris, we have got the vitreous humor. What is responsible for reflection of light? I'm sure that we can understand that it is B 1.3.2. It is B only. It is B only. This is wrong, but this is correct. It is B only. And then 1.3.3, prepare the body for action. What is responsible for preparing the body for action? The sympathetic nervous system and also the adrenaline. I'm sure that we can understand that we talk about the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system, but we are saying what is responsible for preparing the body for action? The sympathetic nervous system, it is responsible for that, as well as the adrenaline, which is the fight and flight mode. Fight and flight, which we are saying 1.3.3 is both A and B. Both A and B. It is both A and B. Both A and B. I just want to fix my B here. Both A and B. So please, class, take note that these questions, you don't fail them. I'm saying section A is always designed for us to get the best marks. So don't make mistakes. Let's quickly go to the next question. Question 1.4 is a diagram below illustrate part of the menstrual cycle in the female body. You see, reproduction is dominating again. Reproduction is dominating in part of menstrual cycle, part of the menstrual cycle in female body. So what is this? This is a structure of the what? Of the ovary. It is the structure of the ovary there. So what we are saying is, here it is given, we are saying this diagram. I'm sure again from our previous lesson, I did explain and posted this diagram, which I was saying, please class note the following. So here is it. Without wasting any time, let us just quickly go to the question. Name this cycle of the human menstrual cycle. Name this cycle of the human menstrual cycle. I did mention, I already given you that this is what? This is an ovary. So what is the ovary responsible for? It is responsible, or what is this cycle that we are referring to? It is what? It is the ovarian cycle. It is the ovarian cycle. It is just a cycle that shows the maturation of the follicles until a mature egg is released. So it's an ovarian cycle that is being asked in this case. It's an ovarian cycle. Identify structure A, D, the hormone responsible for the formation of D. Identify structure A. Identify structure A. Structure A. What is structure A? Structure A, we are saying, what is that one? Which is the one that is surrounding the egg, whereby to say when the egg matures, what is it called? Structure A, it is the what? The Graafian follicle. This is a Graafian follicle. Structure A is the Graafian follicle. Structure A is the Graafian follicle. It is the Graafian follicle class. And then structure D. What is structure D? Structure D. What is D? You see, what is happening is that identify D. I'm saying again, if you can follow this diagram, it is also given to say that we are seeing this cycle moving. In this case, this is how our cycle is growing, is moving actually. And then at this stage, we have got the release of the egg. We are saying ovulation occurs. And then we have got the next steps that continues after ovulation, and then it continues. So now we are saying if we can number them, we can say one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just numbering randomly quickly, so therefore you can see the order in terms of how this ovarian cycle is taking place. So identify structure D, structure D, which remains after ovulation is occurred. What is that? Which is that one? We are saying structure D is the what? Is the corpus luteum. It is the corpus luteum structure D. It is the corpus luteum structure D. And then structure C, question C, the hormone responsible for the formation of D. What hormone is responsible for formation of structure D? What is responsible for that? I'm sure that we can also understand to say for ovulation to take place, we have to understand that what is responsible for that. It is what? It is LH. And then LH stands for what? For luteinizing hormone. I'm sure that we are together there. Luteinizing hormone. It is luteinizing. It is our luteinizing hormone, which is LH. And then how many chromosomes are normally found in E? How many chromosomes are normally found in E? In E, we are talking about the what? The egg. This is the egg that is released, which must be what? Which must be haploid. It must be haploid, which must be what? Which must be N. It must be N, which must be what? Which must be half. Which must be half. Which is half of what? Half of what? Of 46. So we are saying a normal egg, it must have what? It must have a number of chromosomes. It must have 23. If they say in terms of N, please not forget that it must have N. If they say in terms of N, it must have N number of chromosomes. It must have N, which must be 23, which must be haploid, which must be half. That's what you need to take note of. And then state the type of cell division that takes place to form C. The type of cell division that took place to form C. The type of cell division that took place to form what type of cell division that took place to form C? We are saying this is these are the follicles, and then for them to grow, what is happening? We have got what? Mitotic cell division. You understand? So the next question, name the process of releasing cell E. The process of releasing cell E, I already named it again. There it is. I already named it there, which is what? Which is ovulation. Which is ovulation. Ovulation, the release of the mature egg from the ovary, is the ovulation process. It is ovulation. It is ovulation, and I'm sure that we are together. You are getting all the answers correct. And then next question. 1.5, the diagram represents the human endocrine system. The diagram represents the human endocrine system. We are still on human response to the environment. We have got that A, B, C. These are also given. Please take note. We are just going to answer the questions in this regard. Answer question, identify gland A. Identify gland A. What is identify gland A? What is gland A? What is it that gland A? The class A, what is gland A? Identify gland A. What is it? It is called the what? The pituitary gland. It is the pituitary gland. It is the pituitary. It's the pituitary gland, which we sometimes also say it is called what? Hypophysis. Hypophysis, which is also called hypophysis. So gland A is the pituitary gland. Let's just is the pituitary gland there. Is the pituitary gland there, and then the next question: name the hormone secreted by the gland in the question above that stimulate the growth of a person. What is that? I'm sure that we are together, that the moment we talk about the hormone that is secreted by the pituitary gland, secreted by the pituitary gland, that stimulates or that causes growth in human, obviously we are supposed to understand that it is what? It is the growth hormone. It is the growth hormone. It is the growth hormone which is given as GH. It is the growth hormone that is responsible for growth. Give the letter and the name of the gland that secrete a hormone responsible for reducing the letter and the name. Check again. The question is saying the letter and the name. So class, don't make mistakes of answering these questions but being not complete. So we are saying give the letter and the name of the gland that secretes hormone responsible for reducing glucose levels in the blood, which are letter and the name, which is responsible for letter and the name of the gland that secrete hormone responsible for reducing glucose level in the body or in the blood. So we are saying it is supposed to be the pancreas. We are saying it is the pancreas that secretes. It is the pancreas that secretes, which is found where? It is the pancreas. Later, it is C, and it is the pancreas. It is C, and the pancreas is the pancreas, which we are saying the pancreas has got specialized cells, which are called isolates of Langerhans. Arterial class is the pancreas, and then it is responsible for reducing blood sugar. It is the pancreas. We are saying it is C. Please note the letter in the name. So we are saying it's C, the pancreas, and then we can also say the isolates of Langerhans, which is number what? Number A. Number 1.5.3a, initiating puberty in males. The letter and the name for initiating puberty, in men. We are saying puberty in males. Obviously, we cannot go anywhere. It must be in the testes, which is D. And then we say that it is the what? is the testes there. That is number B. And then number C, controlling the metabolic rate. The what metabolic rate is controlled by what? By thyroxine. Thyroxine is the one that is responsible for metabolic rate. Thyroxine, which is produced by the what? By the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland. So it is what? It is B. It is B. And what? And thyroid gland. So class section A, we have answered, what is it? We have answered our 50 marks here. And I'm sure that you can see that this is possible. It is quite possible for us to get what? It is quite possible to get our 100%. It is quite possible. It is quite possible, class. It is quite possible. So please don't make mistakes. I have answered these questions for you such that you can be able to know what to see that to get this right, to get all these answers correct. It is quite possible for us to get all the marks right in terms of our questions. So thank you very much. And I hope that you are going to get the best. And for today, we are just going to answer section A. Just look forward for the next, for part B or section B. I'm going to post it again in my next presentation. So please don't forget to revise and keep posted. Subscribe, like the channel, and also tell a friend to tell another friend that Matric Help has got everything, and we can also be able to get our distinctions. All the best. Thank you for watching, and actually please don't forget to subscribe and like